Shalom, shalom, blessed, beautiful family of God. It's your boy Bobby again, and it's the Wednesday Gist series. It's a gist. It is a gist. What are we gisting about today? Town crier. Sounds weird, right? No, not weird. Sounds different. Okay, we different. Well, sometimes weird is good. Okay, sounds different because it is different. Town crier. Town crier? Why town crier? Okay. We like to start with English definitions. Excuse me, please. A town crier, we all know what town crier is, was officially the messenger in ancient times who publicly pronounced important news, decrees, warnings, information, etc. to the community, to the people, to the village, to the town, to the everywhere, everybody, okay? So we all know this town crier was a means of passing information or communicating before the advent of radio, TV, newspaper, social media, etc. So the town crier was the social media influencer some 200 years ago or 100, 200 years ago, okay? So town crier, town crier. Why are we looking at town crier today? It's a gist, so let's gist. Everything we do must have a biblical spiritual significance. So the biblical significance of a town crier. Now, you won't see a phrase or the phrase town crier in the Bible. I'm not sure you. But you see a phrase similar to that, okay? Prophets were town criers. People in the Bible who God used were town criers, okay? So because all through scriptures, they were messengers, were watchmen, they were prophets who heralded messages from above, from God to the people. For example, Noah warned the generation, okay, of what God is going to do. So he, at that point, to his people was the town crier. Okay? Jonah, you all know Jonah, no? Jonah that swallowed the fish or a fish swallowed. Anyhow, there was a swallowing somewhere. Of course, the fish swallowed it for 3 days. I was just joking, okay? He was a town crier because he was to proclaim a message to Nineveh, where he went to Tarshish because he was not happy. You all know the story, we've dealt with it before. John the Baptizer, of course you know the story. He was the town crier, So what moved me about one of the things that intrigued me about John the Baptist was in the wilderness crying without a microphone, anything, but people heard him. That must have been an anointed voice. Okay, town crier. Okay, so a town crier, biblical spiritual meaning of a town crier is the one who announces important information to the people, the gospel. So let's narrow it down to believers of Christ. You, me, us. Okay? We are town criers. We should keep proclaiming the good news. So whether you like it or not, or know it or not, you are a town crier. We are town criers. Okay? We proclaim the good news of Jesus, God's love, hope, salvation, encouragement, etc. Why should I be a town crier? Because Jesus commissioned you and me. Go ye into the world. Go and proclaim the good news. So, the question is not what is the good news. The question is who is the good news. The good news is a person, and that's Christ. So you and I should proclaim the good news. Jesus, go ye into the world, which means we are proclaimers, also town criers. We're to make disciples of all nations, to make noise about the good news. Town criers, okay? A town crier also delivers warnings and calls people to attention for certain things. A town crier, which is you and I, can declare a solemn assembly Like we see in the scriptures. A town crier proclaims the message of God from above to his people till tomorrow, not just in the Bible, till tomorrow. Okay, so a town crier has authority. You know why? All authority in heaven and on earth has been given unto me, so I send it to you. That's what Jesus said. So you, me, we are town criers with authority. Get the point now, yeah? I'm sure you do. So we are town criers. We are to proclaim the good news, which is Christ. Proclaim in a way that the noise is palatable to the ear. So one of the definitions of music is organized noise, palatable to the ear. So music is noise, but it's organized, palatable to the ear. So the noise you and I should make about the good news, about the person of Jesus, should be a loud cry. Not cry, no. Loud, beautiful noise that suits the soul. In other words, a town crier. Town crier. So where do we do this town crying? Everywhere and anywhere. Town crier to proclaim the good news nowadays. All right? Like we said earlier, Noah was a town crier. Jonah was a town crier. John the Baptizer, okay? Not Baptist now. Baptizer, all right, was a town crier. And so many people in the Bible you find in the Bible were town criers. They had to proclaim. But now, those old people in the prophets in the Bible, they've gone. It is now you and me available now. I'm praying for myself. Okay, I'm praying for you as I pray for myself. Okay, so I won't be. That God gives me and us all the courage to be continually this town crier, so that we're bold, we're strong, we're not weak, we're not tired, we're not ashamed of the gospel, to proclaim the good news everywhere and anywhere. Look, there's a need to just keep going on and on and on and on. And that's all we should keep doing. So, in rounding up, look, it's a gist. Be a town crier. Be a town crier. That's what God has commissioned you and I to do. Be a town crier. That's the encouragement, and that's the gist for today. Town crier. God help us. All right? It's a gist. It's just a gist. So thank you for tuning into today's Wednesday Gist series. It's a brief one here, and it's not a very long one. God help us. God help me to always be the town crier. God bless you. Till we meet again. Shalom, shalom.